Here see fetch and decode. Fetch is nothing but reading the instruction code bytes from the memory. Fetch is nothing but reading the code bytes from the memory. Decoding in the sense we are going to decode the that instruction fields. What is the address field is there, what is the opcode field is there, what is the I field is there, that means direct or indirect address, like this. Initially program counter PC is loaded with the address of the first instruction in the program. Program counter, it starts from the address of the first instruction. Later, if it is while it is executing first instruction, automatically program counter is incremented by 1 and it points to the address of the next instruction. While the first instruction is executed, the automatically incremented by 1, it points to the address of the next instruction. SC is cleared, that means sequence counter is clear, timing signal T0 is active. So in this case T0 is active, T0 is active, that means the sequence counter is cleared. SC is incremented after each clock pulse. Fetch and decode phase can be specified by the following register transfer statements. Here the very important points. Fetch and decode phase can be specified by following register transfer statements. These are the very important points here. Here T0 state, let us see one more time this T0, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, like this. Just remember this clock pulse diagram. So we will see what are the actions performed by this case. Complete step-by-step procedure. T0, first one, program counter initially it holds address of the first instruction. That address will stored into the address register. Next one, T1 state, memory of address register. Here the bracket is there, square bracket is there, memory is there. Mem indicates memory, the square bracket indicates address. So AR is the register. This is a register. Inside some address binary values are there. That binary value acts as an address. Once again I repeat, M indicates memory, square brackets indicates memory representation, AR is the register, address register. That address register, inside some binary values are there. Those binary values acts as an address information. So here PC holds address and that PC address values are transferred to AR. So inside AR binary sequences acts as a location address from those locations. That means only one particular location. From that particular location some byte of information or word of information, that means operand is there. That operand will stored into the instruction register. From the memory, one location is selected or pointed or highlighted with the help of this address register binary information. After selection, so that binary operand, that means data is loaded inside the instruction register. This is the complete representation of the IR. This arrow which indicates, that means the direction, the data of the flow of direction of data. Here PC means every time, that means while it is the data is completely stored inside the instruction register. Here in this case PC is stored into the AR. That memory, the complete operand, that means if it is address register, it points to the memory location. Inside some instruction is there, that means operand instruction, that means instruction codes, simply it is called codes, instruction codes. That complete instruction code, that means complete instruction code length is 16 bits. 16 bits is stored into the instruction register. Next, PC is incremented. PC value previously stored into the address register. PC value now it is incremented. After incremented, the result again it is stored into the PC only. So arrow indicates the direction of data flow. So coming to the T2 clock pulse. See here, previously T0, T1, what are the actions performed by the timing pulses? T0 is PC is stored into AR. In the T1 clock pulse, these two actions are performed. In T2 actions, here D0 to D7 decoding outputs, decoding operations will generate. So like this, that means T2 here complete instruction 16-bit instruction code will stored into the IR. Now in the T2 cycle we are going to decoding the fields. So total instruction register is 16-bit length. Those 16-bit first D0 to D7. Okay, it starts from first initial word AR address register. Instruction register of 0 to 11 bits length. 0 to 11 bits. So address field. So complete stored into the address register. Next one. So up to 11 is completed. So it starts from 12 to 14 bits. 12 to 14 bits. These 3 bits is stored into the instruction register. Instruction register of these 3 bits is stored into the decoded field, decoded section. That means these triple binary values will decides the D0 operation. If it is generates 00 D0, 001 D1, 010 D2, like this. 111 D7. Different decoded mnemonics will generated, like D0 means ADD operation, AND operation. D1 means ADD operation, and so on, like this. Right. Finally, the 15th bit of the instruction register will stored into the I field, which represents the direct or indirect address. So coming to this, this block diagram, a little bit understanding. See here, S0, S1, S2, so which is used to common bus system, same as it is different registers, like the previous diagram. S0, S1, S2 common bus. So if it is generates, for example, here T0 means 010, that means T0 clock pulse, T1 clock pulse. What operation will be implemented in the T0 case? So 2 means 010 binary sequence. This is the decoded output. In the T0 clock pulse, D2 is activated. D2 means, that means 2 indication here. D2 means program counter. Program counter value will loaded into the address register. See once again, T0 is the clock pulse. 010 is the decoded value. That means D2, the timing signal. D2 T0. D2 T0. So what is the operation performed by this one, this action means, so PC is transferred to AR, first one, action 1. First case, here program counter, this green color dots which indicates like moving arrow, like this arrow AR, that means program counter address information 12 bits will loaded into this address information. Next one, T1 clock pulse. T1 clock pulse means 111 means that indicates decoded D7. D7 means what is the actual operation will be implemented here. In the T1 case, load IR increment PC. Load IR increment PC. So action is here, load IR increment PC. From the memory location, 16-bit instruction code is loaded into the instruction register. PC is incremented by 1. That incremented result will stored into the new PC. Right? Load IR. So here this action, this T1, so goes to this one. This one, T1 goes to D7, that means 7 indicates from this point to this position indication. So here red dotted lines, the arrow which indicates like this, that means from the memory unit, because in this memory inside number of locations are there, that indicates inside memory, that indicates number of locations are there. So individual location, that complete word size 16-bit, that 16-bit is loaded, and that means loaded in the sense always it is transferred through this common bus system. It is loaded into the instruction register, because instruction register size is 16-bit length. 16-bit length. IR register size is 16-bit length. Word size is 16-bit, and same word is transferred to the IR register. That means load memory to register. Memory to register, that means load operation will be performed. Load IR, where from memory location, so that the operation which indicates, so memory to register, that means load operation. Next one, increment PC. Increment PC means, so next one more operation, that means this one, increment PC. So PC previous value is there, that incremented PC value, it is added with 1, again that result will store into the PC itself only. So this is the way we are going to generating T0 and respect to operations. See next one, during T0. Once again I will give the clear picture for understanding purpose. During T0, here place the content of PC into the bus. T2 signal, T2 signal is a PC onto the bus and transfer the content of the bus to AR. So PC here, PC2, that means 0 1 0, S0, S1, S2 control signals will generate. PC value is transferred to AR. So enable load input of the AR. So the value is transferred from PC. If load input address register, load input is activated, that value address information is transferred through this line, and that the operation is indicated like this. If load input is activated, then only this data, the information is loaded from this bus into the address register. The complete information read it from the this program counter. During T1 cycle, enable the read input of the memory, place the content of the memory into the bus, transfer the content of bus into IR, and increment PC, enable INR input of PC. The next clock transition initiate the read and increment operations. During T2, opcode is decoded by 3/8 decoder. Instruction register of 0 to 11 field is transferred to address register. Instruction register of 15 is latched to flip-flop I. 2 and 3 occur at end of the clock cycle. Determine the type of instruction. So after decoding all these fields, next coming to the timing signal T3. Hope all are understand all these three, T0, T1 and T2. Let us see the T3 cycle. Timing signal T3. After decoding, that means first initially program counter address is stored into the address register. From the memory to instruction register, memory, from the memory instruction 16-bit code will stored into the IR register. PC is incremented. So the complete instruction register fields decoded like this. After T0, T1, T2, the next timing signal T3 after decoding. During T3, the control unit determines the type of instruction that was just read from the memory. Read from the previously T3 means control unit determines the type of instruction that was read from the memory means. Here T3 cycle decides, previously we have seen 3 computer instruction. Type of instruction means the 3 computer instructions are there. That means memory reference instruction or register reference instruction or input output instruction. After the instruction has been executed, SC is cleared and control returns to fetch phase with T0 equal to 1. It is assumed not explicitly show in transfer statements that sequence counter is incremented with every positive clock transition. When SC is cleared, SC 0 goes to, that means SC's sequence counter is goes to 0, statement is included. Here this is a very important. This is the instruction cycle. Flowchart for instruction cycle. This is very important in the exam point of view. In block diagram also very important. See here, flowchart for instruction cycle initial configuration. Right here, with the help of this instruction cycle, the final aim is to, we are going to executing any one of the instruction of above computer instructions. First of all, We are going to executing any one of the instruction out of these three instruction: memory reference instruction, register reference instruction, input output instruction, right? So whatever the instruction we are read from the memory, that instruction is first of all decoded and tells to the processor. So this is the memory reference instruction or register reference instruction or input output instruction. After deciding memory reference or either register reference or input output instruction, processor will process that particular instruction. So let us see one by one. The final output is executing any one of the instruction with the help of this instruction cycle. So initially sequence counter is 0 from the starting position. The next T0 cycle, previously we have seen the action. Program counter address information is stored in the address register. That memory of address reached pointed by one location. That location complete 16-bit instruction code will stored into the instruction register. Automatically, if it is read from the memory to register, the program counter is incremented. This T0 clock pulse, this particular action will be performed by the processor. In the T1 clock pulse, this particular action will be performed by the processor. Coming to the T2 cycle, the complete instruction register is 16-bit length. That 16-bit instruction register individual binary fields is decoded like this. That means initially instruction register of 0 to 11 bits, so that means 12 bits address field is stored into the address register. That means 12 to 14, that decoded, that means opcode 3 bits field will stored into the decoded operation. That means with the help of these three operations, that different decoded operation will be generated. Next one, instruction register of 15th bit only, single binary bit will decide that whether it is I field, that means whether it is I is equal to 0, direct address, and I is equal to 1, that means indirect address. So coming to this one, after decoding, next we are going to identify which instruction out of these three instructions. For the difference purpose, the processor it checks the condition. Condition means here, let us see D7 we are going to checking. D7 means that it actually indicates D7 means 111. 111 is common for these two instructions only: register reference instruction, output instruction. Here opcode in the memory reference, it starts from 000 to 110. That means 6. Here see, that means opcode 000 to 110. It holds like this, 12 to 14 bits for only memory reference instruction. The complete default value of this one opcode is common for 111. This opcode 111. So if it is a D7, whether it decides to either register reference or IO reference, that means D7 equal to 1, that means register or IO reference. If the complete 0, so that means any binary value, it consists of 0. That means 00 to 110, any 0 is compulsory is there. So that if it is a 0, D7, so 0, that means only directly you can say that is the memory reference instruction. That simply it is called as, if it is a D7, either register reference or IO reference, the condition here. If it is completely opcode equal to not equal to 7, that indicates any 0, this is the memory reference. After identifying of the either register and IO or memory reference, again one more checking condition for the register and IO purpose. I field is the, for differentiate purpose, register and IO input output, I field equal to 0 here. I field equal to 0. That means here checking 0 means this is the register reference instruction, register instruction. If it is a 1, I equal to 1, that indicates IO instruction. So coming to this one. So next slide. So after identification of the input output instruction, execute that particular instruction, input output instruction. After execution, so here see here timing signals T0, T1, T2 decoding option is completed. Coming to T3, T2 to T3, we are doing same procedure, just identification of the instruction, not only any execution. Here after identifying, just checking the condition whether it is register reference or memory reference. In this case IO reference or register reference. If it is a input output instruction, just execute the particular instruction. Again sequence counter goes to 0. Again this transition goes to initial state. Again it starts from read from another location, because here previously it is incremented by 1. The next instruction address goes to AR. Again it reads one more instruction byte from the memory. It will stores in the instruction register. same as it is. If it is a 0, that indicates the instruction name register reference instruction. The register reference instruction is executed like this. Execute register reference instruction, again sequence counter goes to initial state. So coming to this one, memory reference. Here the checking condition is used for the executing memory reference, but here two different operations are there. That means I field, we are going to checking I field, that means this one. So I field, if it is 0, direct addressing, and if it is a 1, indirect addressing. So if it is a direct means automatically we are going to identify the effective address. Direct means effective address already is there. So there is no processor is doing nothing. That means processor is doing nothing for the identification of the offset, because already offset is detected, so that directly it points to the address of the particular location and execute the particular direct address action. So execute memory reference instruction and the sequence counter goes to the initial state. Again, if it is indirect one, again it will perform address itself by address, so that memory address one more time it reads the address of the memory. Again it stores the address register. That address register points one location, the data address that operand will reads, and it will perform that particular operation. That means indirect way which is executed, direct way it is executed. So in the direct, offset is already detected, so there is no further action for the processing. Here there is no direct offset. Indirect way we are going to identify the offset, so that one more action here required to pointing the operand. So after identifying either direct execution or indirect execution, it is called as a memory reference instruction. So it executes the memory reference instruction, and the sequence counter goes to 0. Again it starts and reads the one more instruction from the memory locations. Once again one more action is performed. So up to T0, T1, T2 and T3 actions. In this T3 cycles we are doing nothing. So executing action T4 cycle, the fourth cycle in this complete action will be implemented. Up to T3 it is identified that execution places T4 action will be implemented. Right, symbolizer operation parallel, that means memory of address, that means this direct and indirect way representation. Next one, register reference instruction. Recognized by the control when D7 equal to 1, I is equal to 0. That means register reference, here concentrate this one, this is the register reference. D7 equal to 1, this is the 1, and I field equal to 0. Use bits 0 to 11 for the instruction, specify the 12 bits instruction. 12 bits are available instruction register of 0 to 11, and they were transferred to IR during time T2. Table control functions and micro operation for the register reference instructions. Okay, no need of these sentences here. And next one, sorry, here register reference instruction operation already we have seen previously. The actions here, register reference actions, CLA, that means clear accumulator. See here, very important part, I'm missing here, read this one. Each control function share Boolean relation like this. D7, that means I bar or I dash, simply it is called I dash or I bar, and T3. D7, where D7 is there? D7 there is no bar here, that means D7 is, there is no bar in the sense the 1, it indicates 1. I bar is there, I bar means I, bar is 0, without bar it indicates 1, so that I bar means it is 0. T3 means T3 cycle. What type of action is generated? It is executed means register reference action. So register is simply, it is Boolean relation is represented by R. That particular R is a continuation with some Boolean relations, that means R and B11. Clear accumulator. So clear accumulator. Accumulator, the action is here. Accumulator register completely it is filled with zeros. That means register all the values will holds all zeros. Clear E, that means E bit is 0. That means E means it is same as it is carry flag. Simply it is equal to carry flag. So where E indicates carry flag, so carry flag will holds log 0. complement accumulator. So accumulator is bar, that means whatever the value inside the accumulator register, that every bit is complemented. That indicates 0 is goes to 1, 1 goes to 0. The complete binary information after complement, the complement binary information is transferred to accumulator register. Complement E bit, only single binary information is there, carry bit. That carry bit is 0 goes to 1, 1 goes to 0. That complement bit is stored into the inside carry E bit register. That means circulate write. Circulate write in the sense here for understanding purpose we are going to see little bit operation. Here circulate write. Circulate write means if it is a register, that means AC register and E field, E bit, accumulator E bit, write. This circulate write in the sense like this. Accumulator, it is a 0 bit, and this is the 15th bit. This is the 15th bit, this is the 0 bit. This is 0 bit and this is the 15th bit. See here, circulate write. Circulate write in the sense, first it is shifted by right position. That means here accumulator 0 bit, 1 bit, 2 bit, 3 bit, this is 1 bit and 2 bit and so on like this. Right here, circulate write, accumulator of 0 bit, accumulator, this is accumulator register, 0 bit is transferred to E bit. So accumulator 0 bit is transferred to E bit. Next, E bit is single E bit is accumulator 15th bit. E bit is there, it transferred to accumulator 15th bit like this position to this position. Next one, shift right side SHR, shift right side accumulator, shift right side accumulator. Every bit is shifted by 1 bit right side. That means accumulator 15th bit is transferred to 14th bit, accumulator 14th is transferred to 13, accumulator 13 is transferred to 12 like this. In this case, accumulator 1 bit is transferred to accumulator 0 position, accumulator 0 is transferred to E bit. This action will be represented by like this. So next, circulate left. Circulate left, the complete registers are like this, but action is reverse. So circulate left operation. Increment. Increment means accumulator is added with 1. Accumulator is added with 1. That addition after addition, that complete result will stored into the AC. Next, skip accumulator if positive. Skip accumulator if positive. If positive means accumulator total 0 to 15 values is 0. Sorry, if it is positive means it checks the MS bit. Accumulator positive means it checks the MS 15th bit only. If it is 0, that indicates positive, then PC is incremented. Because it is skipping, that means cursor goes to the next position. Cursor goes to the next position. Next one, skip accumulator is negative. If accumulator 15th bit only, because this is the MSB bit, this is the LSB bit. If the MSB bit is equal to 1, that indicates this is a negative accumulator. So if it is a negative, then it is skip, so that the instruction is skipped indicates the program counter incremented by 1. It points the address of the next instruction. Automatically the next instruction comes into the picture. The current instruction is skipped. Next, skip if E bit is 0. That means you check the only single E bit equal to 0. If it is 0, then the current instruction is skipped and executed next subsequent instruction. So PC is incremented by 1. So HLT, halt. So here halt means the complete sequence counter goes to 0. It start the read the instruction from the memory. And one more instruction, new instruction, is starts and it reads from the memory and it's stored into the instruction register. That means hard computer. So this is the memory reference instructions. Next one, the effective address resides the address list was placed there during time signal t2 when I is equal to 0 and t3 when I equal to 1. Here these are the memory reference instruction. D0 indicates